Hi everyone, welcome to another video, and today we're gonna discuss about a new question called valid palindrome 2. And we know that how to see if a string is a palindrome or not, right? By simply just by reversing the string and checking it with the original string, we can see that if they are matches, then it's a palindrome, right? Or in the efficient way, we need to create two pointer at I at the beginning of the string and another one at the end of the string, and then we're gonna move it from one from left to right, another from right to left, and keep comparing their values. If we find all the characters match, then it is a palindrome. But in this case, in this question, we have a added difficulty, I can say, so that the string itself cannot be palindrome. For example, the example given like ABCA, right? So what happened is we can remove one character from the string, and then if the string, after removing one character, if the string becomes a palindrome, then we need to return true. So at most we can delete one character from the string. So if, for example, in the example 1 it has a ABA, which is a perfect palindrome, so we have to return true. But in example 2, ABCA, where we can remove she, and then this becomes ABA, that's a palindrome, so we need to return C true. And for example 3, it is ABC. Even after we remove a string, remove a character, then too we cannot make it a palindrome, so we need to return false. Okay, so let's discuss the solution on the whiteboard. So for the string ABCA, let's think that first let's go for string ABA, right? We're going to create a pointer here, we're going to pointer at the end, that's J, that is I. Okay, then we're going to keep comparing this character with the Jth character, and we're going to keep moving the J towards the left, and we're going to keep moving A towards right. And if we find every character matches, then it's a palindrome. But in the second example, we have a C. So what we have to do is the time our pointers come here, there will be a mismatch, right? And in that particular case, we can just omit, or we ignore C, and we can go to B, and B, both the pointer will match, and we can return true. But the thing is, this can happen in reverse as well, right? So if these two things matches, for example, when there is a mismatch, we can remove C, or we can remove B as well, and the result will be the same, right? If we remove B, it will become ACA, that's a palindrome. And if we remove C, the ABA, that too palindrome. So we have to consider both the case. So in solution, what you're going to do is we run the same solution, two pointer solution, but the time we get a mismatch, we have to rerun our method for the substring. For example, what you're going to do is ABC, right? Then let's see that. Let's take a bigger string. Okay, A, B, C, maybe B, A, then D. Okay, when our mismatch will happen here. So what you're going to do is here, from here, now we are running our method from I to J. But when we're gonna reach a mismatch, what you're gonna do is we're gonna create a substring including the I, ith character, and then so this will become B, C, B, and we're gonna create another string excluding the ith character and including the jth character, that is C, B, D, right? And then we're gonna run the same pointer method in both, and we're gonna find one of those will be a valid palindrome. If there is a valid palindrome exists, right, one of those will become a palindrome. So we have to see if either of these two are true. If true, then we can return true. If not, then we just definitely had to return false. Also, we can only do this operation once, so we have to keep track of count, right? Keep track of a count so that we can perform this task only once. Only once we have to perform this breaking of the string, and then doing this calc once, and then we're going to increase our counter. So if the counter is more than 1, then we do our normal calculation. Simple. So now then let's implement the same using JavaScript, right? So we have created a function called valid palindrome, and that takes a argument called str and another argument called count. This count we're gonna use to keep track of how many times we removed one character, right? So first thing first, we're gonna initialize our I and j. So I and j, where I will be 0 and j will be str dot length -1. That will be one is at the beginning of the string, and another will be at the end of the string. Now we're gonna write our while loop as usual to compare our characters. So while I less than equals to j, then we're gonna check the two characters. So if str of I not equals to str of j and count less than 1. Okay, so we're going to do it only once. Our function will start with 0, so it will execute only once, and then we're going to increase the count. So return, we're going to call the same palindrome function, one with excluding the ith character. So that will become str dot substring I plus 1, and then j plus 1, because we have to include j, and or another, again we need to call the same valid palindrome method by excluding jth character and including ith character. So that will be valid palindrome str dot substring, and we have to include ith character, right? Ith, then exclude j. Perfect. And we have to increment our count here, like count plus 1, count plus 1, so it will only execute once. So else if str of I not equals to str of j, return false. So for the second time, right, for the second time we have to run the normal comparison. First time we're gonna exclude one character from each side, but for the second time, after excluding one of the character, we need to then run our normal while loop. Anyway, then we have to increase our I++, and then we have to decrease our j, so j minus minus. And if the while loop succeeds and it comes out of while loop without returning false, then return true. So this should do the trick. Now let's run our test cases. I have written the same test cases that are there on the Leet code. Perfect. So this is working. Now let's try the same in our Leet code. So we're gonna go here, then we're gonna let's use this function because we have added the count. The count was not there in the original one. Now let's run it. Accepted. Then we're gonna submit it. Perfect. So it worked. So thank you so much for watching.